NBA playoffs continue on Thursday night, April the 30th, final day of April, May right around the corner, and I've got 3 games for you free Thursday night. Going to break down all 3 NBA Game 6s in round 1, talking Knicks, Hawks, Celtics, 76ers, Nuggets, Timberwolves. Free plays and analysis coming up for Thursday night right here, right now. Hi, this is SteveMerril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV, and I will continue to give you every NBA playoff game free every day right here on WagerTalk TV. All I ask is a quick thumbs up like. It takes 2 seconds. Click the thumbs up like. And also make sure you click subscribe and the bell for instant alerts so you'll know when Friday's video is posted tomorrow here on the channel as well. All right, we'll start with the first game. There are 3 games on Thursday night. First game is on ESPN at 7 Eastern. Knicks and Hawks. These are all critical Game 6s. All elimination games by definition. And the Knicks now have the 3-2 lead in the series after back-to-back wins in Games 4 and 5. And we finally got an easy over. I told you the other day on Tuesday that I like the over here. I've liked the over overall in this series, and most games have been within a basket one way or the other. But they finally lowered it a bit too low, in my opinion. Now, the games 1 and 2, we saw 217s as a total. We saw a 213, went all the way up to 214, 214 and a half, and it got over easy with 223 points. However, Game 6s and 7s, elimination games, usually are a little bit lower scoring. So while the value's been with the over overall from a betting perspective in this series, you got to be a little cautious with Game 6 and 7s. It's also going to come down to if the Hawks are hitting their three-point shots or not, as they've shot just 32% from three-point range in this series. And this is a team that definitely relies on the three. I think they're likely to shoot better at home in this game. And I've told you before the series started a couple weekends ago, I thought this would go 6 or 7 games, and it's going to. Back and forth series after back-to-back losses. I like the Atlanta Hawks as a live home dog here on Thursday night, plus the 2.5. And they're going to probably have to hit their three-point shots, which means that Atlanta team total will probably have to get up and over the 106 as well, 105.5, 106. Hawks hit their threes, they're going to win. If not, the season's probably over. Back at home off back-to-back losses. I like Atlanta here in Game 6 on Thursday night. As far as player props, I would look to play some Hawk props over whenever possible. McCollum did not have a good shooting game in Game 5 the other night. CJ McCollum played 32 minutes, had only 6 points. He was only 3 for 10 from the field and 0 for 2 from three-point range. Hawks were just 13 for 42 overall. Kuminga was just 1 for 5 from three-point range. Vincent, 2 for 7. I think any of those guys could be worth a look to the up and over. McCollum's point prop, by the way, is set at 19.5. It had been 20.5 the last 2 games, and he's had just 17 and 6. Of course, the first 3 games in this series, he had 26, 32, and 23. So if the Hawks are going to win, as I think they will, CJ McCollum's going to have to bounce back. I like him over 19.5. You could also look at Kuminga, Vincent, some other guys that should shoot better from 3 as well on Thursday night. All right, your next game is at 8 o'clock Eastern. This one is on NBC Sports Network and Peacock. Celtics 76ers. Sixers back in this series. You know, I told you in the free play video the other night on Tuesday that I would lean that way plus the 11.5. Didn't necessarily think they're going to win the game outright, but I also did tell you that it's going to come down to if Boston hits their threes or not. As you live by the 3, you die by the 3, and that's what the Celtics often do. And they did not have a good offensive game, scoring just 97 points, including a terrible fourth quarter in which they had just 11 total points. We see the Celtics do this. They have these off games. They were just 28% from three-point range after hitting 40% the game before. And you know how the zig and the zag works. Boston is very predictable in this role. They've been better on the road in recent years. Even their championship season a few years ago, they were dropping games at home as double-digit favorites. I told you in Game 2 to take a look at the Sixers for that reason. They won outright. And then back at home in Game 5, they did the same thing. They won outright, but the Celtics are a perfect 2-0 on the road, winning by 8 and, of course, by 32 points in Game 4. And I do like the Celtics in this one. That would be the only way I'd play this at the minus 6 points. Well aware that Embiid has been back for the Sixers the last 2 games. He had a monster Game 5, 33 points in 39 minutes, and he didn't even make a 3-point shot. He still had 33 points. He was 9 for 10 from the line. Obviously, this is a different series with Embiid, but I think that is being priced in here as just about a basket lower than it would be. Celtics are still the better team. Veteran-tested team, and it really comes down if they hit anywhere close to their norm from three-point range, they will bounce back. And whenever we get Boston off a bad shooting night and a bad offensive performance for years now, they've been a great bounce back in both the regular season and the postseason. Celtics 11-point fourth quarter fits the mold here. I like Boston in this one. Lay the 6 with the Celtics to close out this series at 8 Eastern. And if we're looking at the Celtics, obviously we do have to expect them to shoot better. Tatum was not good from three-point range in game number 5. He still had 24 points, but he was only 8 for 19. He was only 4 for 12 from three-point range. So Jason Tatum over makes a lot of sense, as he's going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. And, of course, Jaylen Brown as well, 22 points. He was only 9 for 23, 1 for 4 from three-point range. The Celtics have been going through Tatum and Brown heavy. They took 42 of their 89 shot attempts, and overall, out of their 39 threes, they took 16 of the 39 threes. So it's hard to imagine the Celtics don't win without Tatum and or Brown both having big games. You play them both over point total. At worst, you probably split out. If not, you get both of them. All right, we got to talk about Derek White real fast. We've had some fun with him. He is once again having a terrible series. He only had 6 points. We all agree now that he's on the do not touch list. And by the way, I love the comments. We've been going back and forth on that. I do read the comments. I reply back, so make sure you drop your thoughts below as well in the comment section. One thing I said was that he was due, if he started shooting better, to get over his point total, because he was getting like 10 to 12 shots a game. He's not getting the ball as much now. He was only 2 for 8, 0 for 4 from three-point range. Only got to the free throw line twice. Yes, maybe White breaks out, but I got to wait to see it, because he's been just horrendous so far in this series. Tatum and Brown over point props would be the way I would attack player props in this game. Sixers side is a little more dicey, because now with Embiid back in the lineup, it totally switches how many possessions the other guys are getting. Maxey still ended up with 18 shots, 25 points. Embiid had 23 shots. Paul George had 13. But guys like Edgecombe only had 8 shot attempts, 10 points. He was 3 for 6 from 3. Edgecombe definitely not getting the ball as much now with Embiid back in the lineup and Maxey there as well. All right, let's look at your late game. The final game in the 3-pack Thursday night at 9:30 Eastern, back on ESPN. Nuggets and Timberwolves. And, of course, Minnesota had the 3-1 lead in this series, but everything switched really fast with all the injuries the other night. Anthony Edwards out indefinitely. DiVincenzo is out for the season with a knee injury. Naz Reid questionable. This is not a playoff caliber team right now with the current injury situation. And while the Nuggets were down 3-1, they're back in the series now 3-2, and I think they're going to probably win the next 2 games as well. In fact, they'll be a heavy Game 7 favorite if they pull the win here as expected, because keep in mind they were, an 11 or 12 point favorite the other night. We had a best bet on them, and they cashed, and now they're a 5.5 point road favorite at Minnesota. So the Nuggets are back in control of this series. They were my preferred side coming in. Another series in which I told you in the preview a couple weeks ago, I thought it would go 6 or 7 games, but now, obviously, with Edwards out, it's a totally different series. Minnesota had the 3-1 lead. That's the only reason it's going to go 6 or 7 now. Nuggets had that 12-point win in Game 5, but it was misleading because they were up big after the third quarter. In fact, they were up 22 points after the third quarter and cruised to that 12-point win, had a 27-point lead in the game, and I think there's more to come. They're not going to let down. Denver does have a tendency, like the Celtics, recent NBA champs, these Class A teams, Nuggets, Celtics, over the years, they do seem to let down, but they can't do it here because they're still facing elimination. So we're going to get a Class A effort from the better team against a shorthanded Minnesota lineup. And I know in the regular season when we just blindly play those shorthanded teams, it works out. But there's so many reasons why. It's because, first of all, the other team often overlooks them. That will not be the case with Denver here in a playoff elimination game. If you're going to play it, I would lay it with the Nuggets minus the 5.5 points. And, of course, as far as player props go, if the Nuggets are going to win, as I think they will, you got to look at Jokic. I gave you the triple-double prop, and boy, did he cash with that. 27, 12 rebounds, 16 assists. Jokic points over and assists over would be the way I'd go. At worst, you probably split out. If he doesn't get the points, he's going to get the assists because he's involved in almost every single play. And he did that, by the way, playing only 37.5 minutes. Still ended up with 26, 12, and 16. Some other guys, Jamal Murray, he's been huge. He's had 24 or more now in every game, I believe. He's had 30 in 3 of the other 4 games. He ended up with 24 in Game 5. He was just 9 for 23, 2 for 6 from three-point range, and he still got to 24. His point total is around 26.5. As I mentioned, he's had 30, 30, 16, 30, and 24. So he's had 24 or more in 4 of the 5 games. Murray and Jokic over is the only way I would play them. Probably not a lot of value left with those, but they've been getting a ton of looks. They got 38 of the shot attempts for him. And one other guy, Cameron Johnson, got 13 shot attempts. He was only 2 for 7 from 3 and still ended up with 18 points. So Jokic, Cameron Johnson, and Murray basically doing all the heavy lifting for the Nuggets, especially with Gordon being limited in this series. Minnesota, obviously a lot trickier here without Edwards, DiVincenzo out. DeSumo had 18 points after that 43-point performance. He did take 14 shots, was 7 for 14, but as I expected, the Nuggets keyed on him. He didn't get nearly as many looks. Randall ended up with 15 shot attempts, 8 for 15, 27 points. Those are going to be the guys that probably have to do the heavy lifting. Rudy Gobert only had 2 shot attempts, 3 points. He's been completely shut down. Conley only had 4 shot attempts and did not take a 3. Off the bench, Naz Reid did have 11 shot attempts, but he's listed as questionable, as I mentioned. Shannon Jr., someone we never talk about, 10 shot attempts, 15 points. Timberwolves really a tough team to touch right now. I think they're offensively challenged. And trying to guess on any player props, I would actually just look at their team total under. I like the under in this game for that reason as well. It's an elimination game. Minnesota's offense is decimated. So I also like the under 224.5, 225 in this one. So Nuggets minus 5.5, under 225. And obviously, if I like Denver in the under, I would also like the under 109.5 team total for the Timberwolves. That's at 9:30 Eastern on ESPN. Hey, there you go. Quick hitter for all 3 games on Thursday night NBA playoff action. If you found it useful, give me a quick thumbs up like, and I'll be back tomorrow on Friday. And don't forget, if you're on your mobile phone watching the videos on YouTube, hit that hype button. Thumbs up, click the thumbs up like, but hype the video as well. That's always appreciated. The more thumbs ups, likes, the more hypes, the more views, the more free play videos I do every day. If you're watching them, if you're finding them useful, I will take the time to do these videos going forward for every NBA playoff game every day. So make sure you click subscribe and you click the bell as well here on WagerTalk TV so you never miss out. And you'll know when tomorrow Friday's video is posted as well. We're so close to 250,000 subscribers. 250,000 subscribers can't be wrong. Make sure you're one of them. Click subscribe and click the bell for instant alerts. As I mentioned earlier, I read the comments. I'll reply back. What are your thoughts on these 3 NBA playoff games Thursday night? Sides, total, player props. How are you attacking it? What are your favorite plays? Hey, include some analysis if you have time so we, of course, can all learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. And now when I'm giving you free plays on every game this NBA postseason, sides, total, player props, a lot of these are light TV leans only. 1% of bankroll be appropriate. But some of these do make my client best bet card, and those are strong 4% plays. If you want to get my official best bets for Thursday NBA and, of course, Major League Baseball every day, go to my page right now, SteveMerril, and while you're there, get the bonus free play. The last cut, just a bit outside from being a best bet, goes up as a free play every day with analysis. So go get the Thursday free play, my strong best bets for baseball and basketball Thursday night, SteveMerril, and hey, get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/sm. While you're there, be sure to check out the special offers that are about to expire here, the final day of April. I think they're going. We'll have some new ones for May, but don't miss out on these great offers while they're still there. The buy 3 days, get 3 more days free is still available. 6 days for the price of 3. Of course, my 1-month promo code is still available. An instant $100 discount on the 30-day all access. Promo code SM100. Summer Spectacular. The next 3 months through August 31st. Football, baseball, and basketball for about $5 a day. Or the 1-year all access instant $500 discount gets it down to about $1 a play for every sport every day for the next 365 days and nights. Look, it doesn't matter if you get 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year. Every client's getting the exact same best bets I'm personally using each day. It's always been that way since I started 30 years ago. The summer of August of 1996, my 30th anniversary is coming up this summer as a full-time professional sports bettor and handicapper, and it's always been the same. If I'm using a play, all my clients get it as well. Check out my strong best bets for Thursday night. Check out those special offers, which are about to expire here at the end of April. And also check out that bonus free play right now. SteveMerril, WagerTalk.com, and get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/sm. Follow me on social media as well at SteveMerril. 2 R's, 1 L. You know the deal. MERRIL at SteveMerril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to WagerTalk TV because you also know there's more free play videos coming up next.